evening. Good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Girl, you was not playing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna give people a few more minutes to kind of go and tune in. I'm so excited for this journey. Okay. This is where real conversations, real women, real talk about love, life, and everything in between. Okay. I'm very excited for this journey, this chapter. Yeah, happy Monday. Just gonna get started in a few minutes. I'm here early, y'all. So wish I could play some music, but copyright. For those who are tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know, let me know. Hey y'all who are coming in. Hello. How you all doing? How you guys are doing today? Drop in the chat where you all are tuning in from. And we're gonna get started in just a second, okay? Alabama. Alabama. Okay, Alabama in the house. Alabama. There we go. There we go. Hey, beautiful. I can't. Oh, there we go. I got nervous for a second. I'm like,
Hey
yes,
y'all.
yeah. You look
Hey.
good, girl.
Thank you, thank you. I learned from the best. I learned from you.
Yeah, no, but you look good, girl.
Thank
Listen,
you, thank you.
I changed
You
my
do
hair
this.
3 times today,
But
so.
you do this. When it comes to makeup, I remember like when I first started, makeup is always on here. The blend is what it is. Like your blending is always on T. Always amazing.
Thank you.
You're
Thank girl. I
welcome.
try
You're welcome.
sometimes. Okay, Harlem, New York. Okay, y'all. So for those who are tuning in, thank you all so much. So this is where real conversations, real women, real talk about love, life, and experiences in between what happened. All right. So we're going to get right into it. Okay. And first and foremost, beautiful, tell me a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and things like that.
Yeah, so I'm Alea. I am an author, I'm a mom, I'm a CEO, I am a woman of God. I run, so it's like a ministry for women, and I just am a happy person. Like I have the joy of God, and I'm just excited to be here. I'm from Los Angeles, currently in Texas.
Okay. She just moved to Texas. Okay. She's the first guest on my Dear Hubby podcast. Okay. So I'm so excited about that. So we're going to get right to it because this is only 30 minutes, y'all. Okay. It's only 30 minutes podcast episodes, at least for now. And it's virtual. Sometimes maybe, sometimes I may surprise y'all. So just stay tuned for that. Okay. So I'm going to just ask her questions. And if y'all have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat. And if you're tuning in, please double tap the video. Double tap. She has a cute nose. Yes, she do. I love her nose.
No, I
Yes.
used to be embarrassed about it as a kid, but thank you, Lord. It all came together.
Yes, I love her nose too. I think I told her that before. Yes, she's
Thank
an
you.
author. Yes, yes. Okay, get right into it because again, we won't have y'all for too long. It's only 30 minutes, and I talk my hand a lot. And if you're tuning in, please double tap the screen. Double tap, okay? So the first question is, how would you describe your current relationship status using a song title?
A lot of people, I don't know if they know, but it's Love Is You by Chrisette Michelle.
Okay, I know Chris
Yeah,
said
yeah. I can
you know
sing just a
Chris said.
little clip of it so you got it.
Okay,
It
go
goes,
ahead, girl. Go ahead.
what's your definition of it? How does it make you feel? Tell me what you say that truly makes it real. And so she's just saying that like he is love. Like this person is love. Like they represent, they exude love, they bring love, and that is what I have. And I thank God for it. So
Girl, your
yes.
voice is so beautiful. It's by
That's
the way,
just a
y'all,
little
she's
snippet.
engaged and
Yes.
she gets married in like 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks, right? Okay. All right. So if your future husband is watching right now, what would you say to him?
To have you. It is not easy to be with. I know that you are
Okay,
God's.
you're okay. So you're kind of going in and out a little bit. I don't know if it's the headphones. I don't know what it is, but you're kind of going in and out.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yes. Yes.
So I would say, I love you. I know that you are sent from God, and I thank you for the patience that you have, because it is not easy being with a woman that has experienced trauma from, from a husband or from just men. And I just appreciate your patience and keeping this love thing going, because it gave me back like hope. And so I'm just so grateful for you.
Girl, start making me get emotional a little bit. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you for real. But I'm very
Yeah,
happy for you
thank you.
because you and I talk often, and I'm healing and growing through my situation,
Yeah,
and you just remind me that I'm on the right path. So
you are.
God is good. God is faithful.
Yes, you are.
Um, what's the most hilarious dating experience you have ever had?
Whew, okay, so this is when I tried to date an older man. Nobody told me to do that, but he was too old. Okay,
What's
and
considered too old?
whew, he was in his 50s. I'm gonna be honest. He was in his 50s. I come off like I'm in my 30s, like late 30s, and so I was like, let me just give it a try. Okay, get to the restaurant. It's a beautiful place. I choose the place, and he plans everything else. We get to the date, you guys. He made 3 business calls at the table. So mind you, I don't mind business. I have a business, but we're on our first date, not third, not we locked in. First date, they come out with the bread, and he's like, "Hold on, like hold the bread. I gotta take this call. I'm hungry. You want to ride, right? Like, why are we holding the bread?" Then the second call, then he's like, "Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna leave. I gotta close the deal." This is first date number one, and then the whole time he's talking about how successful he is. Oh, girl, I just bought this property. I made $1 million last year. I paid this much in tax. He didn't ask me nothing about myself. And I was so embarrassed, because I'm like, if I'm going to step out with an old head, it should have made sense. And so by the end of the night, I was like, you know what? You ain't got to take me nowhere. I'm going to get a ride. And he was like, you don't want to ride in the Lambo? I don't want to ride nowhere with you. So he was like an over flexer, and he was overage. And I was like, you ain't like, you should be content with yourself, and you don't have to brag about yourself.
Right.
But it was like I was with a 20-year-old who just hit the lotto, and I was just like, it's not giving. And so I was really embarrassed, because I ran into somebody I knew. And she was like, you having a good time? I was like, girl, get me out of here.
But that's hilarious because I'm such a visual person.
Yes.
And for any guys that's watching this live right now and who's gonna watch playback, for women of value, money, we want you to be financially stable. Okay, let me
Yeah.
just make that straight. You don't have to be rich.
Yeah.
Money don't keep us. I know for me,
Yeah.
I have guys that flash money at me all the time,
Hmm.
and people think I'm the problem while I'm single. I'm single
Hmm.
by choice. Okay.
Hmm.
That's number one. Number
Hmm.
two, it's more than just looks, it's
Hmm.
more than just money
Hmm.
because I am dating intentionally to marry.
Hmm.
And I want to be careful with who I have kids with. Nobody's perfect, but I want to be careful with who I
Right.
have kids with.
Right.
That's
Right.
important
Right.
for me.
Right.
So I'm breaking generation curses over here. All right.
Literally. Literally. Literally.
No
Literally.
shade.
Yes.
So finish your sentence.
Yes.
I knew I was a girl when.
When I got a man out of state, number one, who wasn't
Yes.
afraid to do the long distance. I was like, I have really grown. If I could hold down a long distance relationship for a year and a half without sex, so with abstinence in place, and I said, I know I'm that girl, which means I am a Leia 2.0. I have grown, I have healed, and I am feeling amazing. But I know I'm that girl if I can keep a man's attention across the country without
Mm.
giving me. And so for me, that was like the highest. I felt like a high value woman. I said, okay, he's still here. 6 months, 8 months, like we still
Yes.
here. And so I realized,
Right.
like, I am who I'm supposed to be. I am great, and somebody sees me. So yeah.
That is a blessing. Oh my! And did you all meet on a dating app or social
On social
media?
media. So I'm gonna be honest, I reached out, but it wasn't for like to like hit him, like to hit on him. It was just like I like your content. I love that you talk about God, and he was just a very chill and humble person. And then it kind of progressed into, so it's like a friendship. But I definitely like had a dream about a man right before I saw him on social media. And I was like, God, so the man in my dream is real. So I mean, it's not a dream. That was a vision. You're showing me something. And so I log on to
Mm,
Threads, and the picture of the man I saw in my dream was actually him. And so he was had on the same outfit, tall, brown skin,
wow!
and in a hallway at a wedding. In that picture, it was at a wedding. In the dream, it was in a wedding. And like, and I just was like, oh, so this is, I was like, were you at a wedding in this picture? He said,
Wow!
absolutely was. So I was like, it's nothing but God, like divine.
God is so good. God is so real. God is so
Yes,
good. That
yes,
that's
yes,
amazing.
yes.
You just gave me so much hope. And
Yes, it's
I mean, yeah, and my thing is it's going to happen for me, and I'm finally at a place. I'm like 98% there, at peace with trusting God.
God. Yeah,
Because without Him, nothing is possible. I don't care what
absolutely.
nobody say.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna just jump a little bit
Hmm.
to okay, how has your self-love journey changed how you date?
Hmm.
Like, do do you think you attracted him when you weren't looking? Do you think you attracted him when you was fully loving yourself and you was
Hmm.
focusing on yourself? Like
Yeah,
how? Yeah.
yeah. So I think I'm still on the journey. So dealing with trauma has come. I'm coming along, you
Hmm.
know, you know, like way, but I believe I was starting to really see the value in who I am. And I was not looking, like he said, he wasn't even
Right.
trying to date nobody. And so I just started focusing on the purpose that God gave me, and locking in on the purpose. God said, if you stay true to me, I know you want to be a wife again, and it will happen. I'm like, but how? I'm not outside. I'm not dating. Like, how is this going to happen? And God said, He's just going to fall into your lap. And so I loved on myself. I started pouring into myself. I started going out with just myself. Um, and really just focusing on healing. So not really going outside, but focusing on the inner. And once I started doing
Hmm.
that and starting therapy and just really digging deep to those wounds, then he came into my life. And no, it has not been easy because I'm still healing, but it it works because I'm learning to love self. And I say therapy is really vital and important when you're healing from any type of trauma. And so that has been a true push, is finding a therapist that sees the value in me so I can see it too. And I didn't know that I felt certain things about self, but once I started to hear myself talk to myself, I was like, that ain't nice. Like, that's, you're that
Right.
girl,
Right.
And so I started to
Yeah.
find things that were like wrong, that I never said are wrong. It was the enemy, right? And so I started to fall into belief of those things and started to sabotage friendships and relationships, when all I had to do was see that I'm a prize because God said I am. It's not about the world. And I think I was so focused on what everybody else thought that I was drowning in those ideologies. So I'm definitely in a place
I love
where,
that.
because self is first and God is first, I was able to say, "Hey, I like you, and this is the journey I'm on. I'm abstinent. So what's up?" And he was on the same
Yes.
journey, so it worked. But if he wasn't on the same journey and he was pressuring me, I would have been like, "Okay, you're not the one. Bye bye."
And you know what's so crazy? Because you and I talk.
Yeah.
I got rejected about 3 to 4 times in the past couple months because I said I was abstinence.
Mm.
And I'm okay with that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and when I say I'm so much at peace
Hmm.
now because I'm not just because I was, I had fun back in the day,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
but I am at so much peace in my life because I'm not sleeping around with people.
Right. Right.
People have demons. You don't know
Hmm.
people's intentions.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
You can finish watching the rest of the playback. So, I just hearing your journey, it just really inspires me. I'm on the right track. And
Yeah.
my thing is, I wish you had more time because I would love for you to dive into your
Mhm.
first marriage,
Mhm.
but maybe later. Because
Mhm.
y'all, matter of fact, um, we're gonna share your Instagram
Yeah.
at the end because she talked about this on her page.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, yes. Counterfeits. Oh my gosh. And y'all,
Yes.
ever since I've been growing closer to God,
He will
I
remove you.
have definitely dealt with a wolf in sheep clothing. So
Mm,
please be careful because the devil knows the
absolutely.
Bible too. And I'm speaking from
Absolutely.
experience. Like I'm really blown away.
Mhm.
You got to be very careful. Okay.
Absolutely.
Um. All right. So um. 'Cause we got like 20 minutes. I want to
You
kind of
good.
like
You good. You good.
get a good question.
You good.
Okay. What so I was talking about this earlier with another girlfriend.
Mhm.
What boundaries have saved your peace when it comes to just in life in general?
Um, the
Because
biggest
nobody
boundary I
talks about this as
yeah,
much. Like people, I'm still learning to set boundaries for myself as well.
the biggest boundary is I'm going to still go after all of my dreams. And
Hmm.
I understand when men say they want to provide, but if a woman has aspirations, instead of telling the woman to sit down and be pretty and I will take care of you, support her. And my biggest thing was if you're going to date an entrepreneur, understand the life of an entrepreneur.
Right.
If you cannot travel with me all the time, I understand. If you don't understand why I'm on these calls all day or why I'm up all night, I get it. But if I need someone who's going to understand it. So I made that very clear to him because he's in a different field and he's used to working for people, which is fine. But I just believe that that's not for me anymore. And so I needed to make sure everybody I dated understood that. And there were a lot of people that did not and was like, I want a woman that just has a
Yeah.
regular job or doesn't work at all and I take care of everything. And
Yeah.
so the biggest boundary was not putting my aspirations to the side. I'm not cutting out what God said do to please man. Absolutely not. And I have budged on that. I even I closed a business to please a man because it was so much friction. And I'm like, yeah, no, never again. So the boundary
Yeah.
is stick to the plan that God gave you, no matter who it is, period.
For
Yep.
those tuning in, thank y'all. Welcome.
Thank you.
Please
Thank
make sure y'all
you.
double tap the video. Okay.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Okay. So we have about 17 more minutes. Okay.
Mhm.
For those who are tuning in, it's like only 30 minutes episodes. All right. What is something what is the most ridiculous DM you've ever received?
Ooh, Jesus. It was recently, y'all. So I'm a woman of God, but I still get the men of God who just think that I'm their wife. And this guy said, I mean, it was like a paragraph, long paragraph. I had a dream about you, and you are my wife for the next 70 years. He put a number on it. 70 years, but he's already 50. I said, so you gonna live to 120? What we doing? Right? And so I said, like I can't even respond to these things because it's so I mean, it's been so but that one he put a year on it. He said, I've had a dream and it has been confirmed. I have discernment and I believe that the Lord sent you to me for the next 70 years. I said to myself, do I respond? And I just said, God bless you. And I just left it at that. I can't respond. Like what do I say? Like, no, God sent me somebody else for the next 7 years. He's not
Right.
7. He's not 50. But it was just when it was like it came with a bunch of other like he was liking and commenting, and then this one was just like a paragraph. And I said, oh, so now you didn't watch me, and now you didn't put 7 plus 0, made it 70, and you said I'm gonna be with you for 70 years. And I just said, not here, not today. He was determined though.
Yeah.
You can't
Those,
rescind it. Like, did you not?
yeah, I don't even know where to start. I get people. I listen. I mean, apparently, I'm married to so many men, child.
Really?
Um, Look at that bird. Okay, so next question, because again, we only got like 15 more minutes.
Mhm,
Okay. Um, so I know that you are engaged
mhm,
now,
mhm.
right? But what are your thoughts about dating someone with no social media? Would have dated him without social media, like
So
if you met
he
him outside?
so he wasn't active on it. So when I
Hmm.
messaged him, it took him a while to get back because he was like, I don't be on here. So he's been off of it for a year of us being together. He just got back on it. And I was kind of
Right.
like, I'm used to you not being on it. I like you not off,
Yeah.
like on it, because I think it just depends. If they're doing something good with it, that's fine. But if they become consumed with it, that's a problem. I
Mhm.
think there are some entitled men who are very consumed with it and can't go to dinner, don't know how to hold a conversation, and it takes over
Yeah.
their life. Same with women, but I believe a man has to have more self control. If you're going to leave me,
Yeah.
I want to see what's on your page. And if you don't like have one, is it because you're hiding, or is it because you're just not about that life? And I understand, I respect people's choices. And so for a year, he didn't use it. It was just a page. It was just there. And so I'm posting every day. I'm on it. But I didn't pressure
Mhm.
him, or I didn't feel awkward with him being off. I think it creates space, and it allows for them to grow if it's not their place or time for it. So I'm not
Mhm.
against it, but I think if I was with a man who was doing posting the same way as me all day every day, I think it would cause a little, I don't know, competition, or
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
natural like friction. You know what I mean?
Yes. And as a public figure, I've been there. I've dated a guy where he was secretly in competition with me. So it's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because I've met guys who mentioned they didn't have social media.
Mhm.
One guy I ran into in a parking lot back in June,
Mhm.
and he indeed had social media. He lied to me.
Oh,
So
Jesus,
it's
that's
just kind
funny.
of weird
Yeah.
when people say that they don't have social
And
media.
they actually
I think
do.
it's possible, but it's like who don't.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, who? It's like
Even if it's
who?
just for work or just a network, like
Yeah, it's like
I need
you.
to see your footprint at least a little bit, because at least
Yeah,
you're just out here. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Like don't lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got a
For
social
sure.
media.
Right.
Okay. So when it comes to the first date,
Hmm.
who do you think should pay and why?
Okay. So he's Southern, and all the men I've met in California, they normally paid, but they paid expecting, okay, something in return. And so our first date, when I flew to Texas, I flew over here for our first date, and I didn't want him to pay. I was just like, I don't know. He was like, girl, I'm a
Did
Southern
you be
man.
considerate? Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, girl, I'm a Southern man. We pay, we open doors, we pull out seats, we put the napkin on your lap. I'm like, I ain't used to this kind of hospitality, you know? And so
Mhm.
but I'm a giver though. That's just my natural thing. I love to give. I love to serve. I love to give to my man, my man. Even if you're not my man on first date, if I think you cool, let's go half. But I'm
yeah.
finding that I have to learn how to let a man be a man, because I'm so used to being with boys back in the day that I'm not used to a man. And I have a man. And so now I have to sit back and relax and put my feet up and say, yes, sir. Period. You got
And
it,
and and
babe.
my, the thing about that is, I was in a conversation yesterday,
Hmm.
and it was someone made a post on Threads. I love Threads,
Hmm.
and I made a comment about it's unfortunate, but as Black women, I
Hmm.
can't speak for white. I'm not racist, y'all.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
for Black women, we are brainwashed, we are trained, we are
Mhm,
taught to be independent and
mhm,
strong
mhm,
because our parents
mhm.
struggle or our parents were single moms. Not
Yep.
everybody, but my mom was a single mom.
Right, right.
So I saw my mom struggling, working hard, working multiple jobs,
Mhm.
and I didn't have that proper guidance, to
Right,
teach me. So it's
right.
like to attract those same kind of men that I saw growing up.
Mhm,
I'm just being real.
mhm.
Mom, you watching this? I love you, but we had conversations. I'm going to until I work on myself because I'm a little 3 years in. Until I've worked on myself, which I have,
Mhm.
I'm going to attract what I saw. I'm going to go down the same footsteps of what I saw because that was what was shown to me.
Right, right, right.
So in those relationships, I was still independent. I was
Mhm,
leading. I was giving money. I was taking care of men whole time getting played. You get what I'm
mhm,
saying?
mhm, mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
but I am finally at a place where when someone asks me, "Hey, do you need help? Do you want me to carry that for you?" I say yes. I don't
yep,
think about it. I just say yes. I'm working
yep,
on yes.
yes,
Yes. It's okay
yeah,
to have a guy to just be nice to help me with my groceries from the
yep,
store and put it in
yep.
my trunk.
Mhm,
It's okay to just let him carry this bag because I'm
mhm.
struggling. You get what I'm saying? So Because I'm so used to saying, "Oh, I got it, I got it." No, now I'm saying, "Yes, you can help
Yeah.
me."
Yeah.
Like, and guys, genuinely, some guys just want to be gentlemen, and
Mhm.
guys, men want to be men.
Mhm.
So it's just one of those things of like, yes, I can be independent,
Mhm.
but I'm also women are also submissive by nature. We
Yeah.
just have to be. We got to feel safe.
Gotta get good
I
trust.
don't
Yep.
think people know that.
Exactly.
Hey, yes. Okay,
Hello.
so we got 9 more minutes. So another question is, um, what does being a wife, and just getting this like 2 minutes if you can,
Mhm. Mhm.
what does being a wife in waiting mean to you? Like, do you feel like you should be a wife before get engaged? I'm sorry, get proposed to? Like,
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
answer the
So
question.
you should be
Doing too much.
already
I'm
in
doing
the
too much.
mindset of being a wife. And I don't say it as in the title of a wife, but the characteristics of a wife. What does a
Right.
wife do? A wife is just not a yes person. A wife is a helpmate, a partner, a person to have his back. A wife is the rib. Like, we got to understand where we come from. And so I think it's
Yes.
important to be the wife before you are the wife. Not that doesn't mean cook him every meal prep for the man, wipe his walls. I mean, show up in the way that you want to show up when you are that, so you can attract the husband. Because sometimes we want the husband, but we're still doing girlfriend backdoor things
Yeah.
when we have to show up with our best foot forward and carry ourselves as wives, because there are things that wives shouldn't and should not do. And it's not because it's in a rule book, it's the way that a king and queen should walk and carry. And I consider a marriage a king and a queen. And so a
Yeah.
queen is meek, a queen is sometimes more solid and quiet. She watches and observes, but a king will stand in front of her and say what's, like, I just feel like we have to represent what we want by walking in healing and going through the characteristics of what it is to be a wife. So then when we are approached, they don't even question or waste your time. Within a year, you're gonna be somebody's wife. And I think
Yeah.
it makes it easier for a man who's like, I'm getting older, I wanna find a wife to now see you and not ask any questions because you come with it. You're ready, so you don't have to get ready. Period.
Girl. Listen, you need your own podcast, girl. That was a beautiful answer.
Thank you.
If you could leave one message for every woman watching, what would it be?
Truly, truly, truly heal. Don't take it for granted. Don't think that you've taken enough baths and prayed enough. Really do some digging and forgive self, forgive everybody that has hurt you, and to not carry your past into when God sends your present. And I mean present and your present, the gift in the man or the woman that God sends to you, to truly um embrace them by healing. And you cannot embrace them if you aren't fully invested in the healing. We're always going
Right.
to be evolving and healing every day, but be on the journey and be prepared for difficult conversations and for there to be difficult evenings. But understand this, you will get up and there is joy in the morning. But know that when you are the woman that God called you to be, there will be no question when he sends that person about who you are. You're not a representative, you are yourself, in being authentic in who you're supposed to be without like having to dim down or to sugarcoat or to hide. Just be who you are. And that is truly, I got it. Good. We good. Okay. Good. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just be authentic and be yourself 100% when you're dating, so that you don't give counterfeits. If you don't want a counterfeit, don't be a counterfeit. Be authentic.
Mm,
If you're funny, be
yeah.
funny. If you like to rap in the car with your man, rap in the car with your man. If you like to cook, cook. It's not because it's a role or because it's a title. Do it because it brings you joy. And they will
Right.
love or not love. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that, girl. I'm getting emotional inside. And my cycle just came once.
You look so good though. You look good though. You got your pink on, girl.
Oh, I'm emotional.
Okay.
um, so two more questions,
Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
Um, What advice, you can keep this one short if
Mm-hmm.
you can. I
Mm-hmm.
know
Yeah.
it's, you're
Yeah.
very passionate and, you're amazing. What
Thank you.
advice would you give your younger self about love and confidence?
To love yourself, even with the flaws. There are days when you feel beautiful and days when you don't, but understand you're made in God's image and you are truly a gift, and you don't have to be confident because the world says. You wake up every day with your head up high because you've accomplished and overcome things that a lot of people would fold on. So
Mhm.
walk in that, and you are a representation of love. Thank you.
Girl, okay. Last question. How, with all the challenges in life, okay, if
Mhm.
you're tuning in, please double tap the screen, double tap the video, okay? How do you keep your faith and hope alive? Well, never mind. You are okay. That's it. So we're gonna leave with. I want you to share. So she hosts a Bible study
Yes.
every Thursday for women. Okay,
Yes.
I know it's not for men. It's okay, y'all. It's a lot of men that host, for men, and you have some women who host for women. Can
Yeah.
you share more about your Bible
Yeah.
study and how
Yeah.
to find you, your social media? Just
Yeah.
share,
Yeah. Yeah.
all that good stuff.
So it's a Bible. So we do our, so it's like our prayers in the morning at 6 a.m. and then we have
Wait,
Bible studies every Thursday.
which time zone?
Oh,
Yeah, say
so
what time zone.
in time zone, so 6 a.m. PT, but it's all the other times, okay? So it's like our prayer calls, and then Bible study is at 6:30 PT time, and it's Thursdays, every Thursday. If you miss this Thursday, there's another Thursday. And we really dive into the word, but it's also pillow talk and girl talk where we have real life conversations. We're empowering each other, we're crying with each other, we're praying with each other, we're standing in the gap for each other. And I believe it's just a safe community and space where
Yeah,
you can let it out.
yeah.
And that is blossoming, and then believers.com. You can find us on there. We have our website where everything is. And I honestly am grateful for the community. And she is a part of it. And she's been a vessel to just open up the floor because she's such a personality and an honest, authentic person. And so I'm just grateful for people like that have helped it to grow. And so blossomingbelievers.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, it's definitely a safe space because a lot of people feel like they don't have anyone to talk to,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's a place where we don't hold back. I even
Yeah, we get
share what I
into it.
have
We
going on.
we let it out.
Yes, we dive deep. So, women, if you are interested, please, men. Well, no men. You can
Yeah,
follow for inspiration to
yeah.
get the word. But she's engaged, so you
Yes, yes, yes.
don't shoot your shot. But ladies, men, if y'all want to follow her, can you please share
Yes,
your Instagram
yes,
so they can follow you?
yes. So it's
And then also
Alea.
too, ladies,
Okay.
if you're interested in joining her, joining the group, the group message,
Yeah,
the group,
yeah,
to join Bible study, you can also send her a DM.
yeah.
So your Instagram.
And it's Alea, Allaya, then H. Oh, it is. Yeah. So it's Alea is my name underscore ALLAYAH is my name underscore. And truly just I'm a vessel. I love God and I talk about God all day. Look at that. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This
Look
is
at
what we
that.
need out here. Praise the Lord Jesus. Thank you for my first what you call this again? I forgot. I forgot what you call it, but thank you. Thank you
Oh,
so
that's so
much.
sweet.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sis.
Yeah, so we can find, I see things on threads all the time for men,
Hmm.
but this is Bible study for women,
Yeah.
okay? But there are a lot of Bible studies for men. So if you on threads, matter of fact, just send me a DM on Instagram and I can help you find one. Okay. Super
Yeah.
chat. That's what it is. Super chat. My first super chat.
Love
But
it.
thank you, beautiful, for being my first guest.
Thank
My
you.
energy is really low because
No
I had a
problem.
very long day. I've been doing a lot of editing, so my brain is really fried and my
You
energy,
look
so I'm tired.
good, and I
Thank
can't
you.
tell. I can't tell. I appreciate
Thank you
you.
so much. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. For
Thank
those
you,
who
ladies.
rocked from the
Thank you,
beginning
men.
to
Thank you,
end, thank
everyone.
you.
Yes.
And thank you for joining me, beautiful. And I will
Thank
talk to you
you.
later. Love you, girl.
Bye. I love you too. Bye.
Yes,
Good
yes.
night, everyone.
Good night. Amaya, you late. But I'm gonna end here, guys. I have a meeting starting in like right now. So thank you all so much for joining in. My goal is to go live every Monday. All right. Every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. I will schedule a live so you would see. But of course, if anything changes, you'll see the time change. So if you're just tuning in just now, you can watch playback. Thank you all so much. Please double tap the screen. I love you all and have a great evening. Toodles.